So, my achievements in running late always. And there was no reason. I still ran late. Pain picker. Why? Why, Lukas? Why can't you just be on time for once? I mean, I guess I can have like an excuse today. For once. Come on, desktop, but you can't like open up this stuff. Oh hey, AMS2 wants to download 5 gigabytes of data. Honestly, sure enough, dude, I thought about it. Oh yeah, they released, I guess, part 3 of her. Actually, is that new for AMS2? Racing part 3? Yeah, that released today, 21st of November. That's why it has an update, because it's... On the other hand, this PC has been on for like fucking hours, and like you could have just downloaded this update already, but it still didn't do that, and I'm pretty sure it didn't release like... It could have actually released at 8 PM. Yeah, it could have. Alright. But yeah, you get effectively a free update if you don't even have the DLC, because I don't have it. I don't own any of the AMS2 DLC, I don't need that. I haven't played the game much, and honestly my impressions of the game is that it's an absolute buggy mess. It's not particularly the greatest fun that I've had with it. But I've definitely seen people swear by it. I mean... Probably still a better choice than Alpha 2. Ayy. Right. Yeah, boat. It's boat racing time. I don't have any practice. But it's poor Riccard, which is also like not good. It's not Monza, you know. Boat. Yarr. Let's head into the 7 seas. Password. Connect. Right. I know that I think the setup that I have here is actually not that great. Yeah, that's I think even one that is developed by me off the base of the car. From the ground up. Developed setup. Track fast. 23 degrees Celsius. 28 track temp. Not the hottest climate, not the coolest I've seen ever. How does the brake ducts look? Well, I'm pretty open, I would say. I think I might. Actually, I might close both up by one. No error, some brake is in the car. Very aggressive rear bias. Not much bump stop range on the front. Pretty soft suspension, I feel, looking at this. I feel like I might be a bit soft-ish. Let's stiffen it a bit up. Brake pads type 1 is fine. Take a full fuel tank. Tires at 1. I've been recommended to use TC's, I think 6. I want to use TC's. We're gonna roll out with TC3, I think, and then swap. Because we need some track time. I mean, lap times don't look that fast with 55s, but it's also a fast track, so I think like this is misleading. And I feel like people are sandbagging as well. So there's that. I didn't adjust the tire pressures too much. We'll see how this works out with the slightly closed up brake ducts. I have to see anything. Jesus Christ, that's some understeer. Now the long straightaway where we lose all of our time. Pecker. Ooh. I did not guess having massive oversteer on the list of things to expect for this. Getting passed by a Porsche is a bit embarrassing, considering how much those cars suck on the circuit. Because if there's a car that has less top speed than me, is a Porsche. Oh, come on. And I'm losing already a shit ton of ground and that guy in front. Feeling how much slower I am right now. Oh, it still has the oversteer. The rear tires have gotten a bit much up to pressure, probably in part because there's a massive slidey slide for one of the corners. I feel like I should probably attempt a pit entry here, because we anyway have to come to the race briefing now. Oh, that's perfect. But I didn't remember where I started braking. Into the 54s. And I'm definitely struggling just to run normal pace. Let's just grab the Discord while we're at it. We need some sort of grip for the high speed corner. This car just flies off right now. There it is. Make this one changed. Good for this briefing. Okay. Now we're just missing one guy joining in, so that's good. Boy. It's quite a bit of field spread right now. That's surprising. Where's the other Bentley driver actually? He's in 17th actually.
Pretty much everyone's here. Welcome to round 5, Paul Riccard. Apologies for my voice today, I'm a little bit ill, but we'll go through it. Qualifying is going to be 30 minutes long, and then the race as usual 75 minutes long with 2 pit stops. In qualifying, no stopping on the racing line to turn to garage. If you can't find a bit of runoff here, then you're on the wrong track. So just pull off into some of the runoff to RTG in qualifying. There's to be no racing or overtaking in qualifying. If you catch up to a car in front and they are on a fast lap, on a valid lap, then back off, make some room, and go again. If you are on an invalid lap or you're on an out lap and there is a fast car coming up behind you, please try and let them through and let them complete their lap as well. In the race, we don't want to see any retiring and rage quitting. We will get penalties for it. Obviously, it's 75 minutes long. If anything happens,
Jesus, already got light grinding from the slides.
Should be all good to go again.
Goodness.
Pit entry here is okay. Just if you are going into the pit entry, try and pull off to the right as soon as you can out the last corner, so that people know that you're going in. They're not going to try and cut to the inside of you. And similarly, if someone is going to pull to the right, don't follow them for the slipstream if they're away to brake. It's going to end bad. Pit exit, obviously we know here it's kind of out onto the racing line. We'd advise you not to kind of come onto the track, and the people on the track should stay more to the centre of the track, but just take care of on both sides. Weather is a lot better since Johnny told me off for setting the weather for this one. So it might be dry like this, it might rain, we'll just see. It's going to be mixed. Like that. Blue flag rules once you get into the race. The faster car must pass safely and the slower car should allow the move to happen. Faster car is allowed to flash to inform the intenders to pass, but it should be done from kind of half a second rather than a second and a half back. But we don't want to see any dive bombing as well. Ideally, pass will happen on one of the big straights here, but if you are kind of in the middle of the cornery sections, then try and, if you are going to leave the racing line, make it obvious that you're leaving the racing line to let them by. Just don't chuck yourself off into the runoff, because you'll just end up losing lots of time yourself. Obviously, if there is any instance, if you get past the point of no return, then hold your brakes. Hold it until everyone's passed, or there's a safe gap to rejoin. And when you rejoin, use your track map, use your relative, and make sure there's no cars coming as well. Just be a little bit patient with it, and should be all good. Plenty of runoff here, so hopefully you'll be able to get onto the runoff and get back on, parallel the track rather than 90 degrees. As always, there's going to be a stream tonight as well, so please go and join in with that and put it on any devices, boost the numbers up a bit. And we will be in the Discord chat and in the in-game, which you can join as long as there's no loud voices. And the in-game chat, please don't use it once the qualifying and the races have started. Wait until this session has ended comes up. And as always, we don't see any instant chat at all. Only other thing is that is 2 mandatory pit stops tonight, and there is a pit window of 65 minutes. It's only mandatory fuel in the pit stops. That should be everything. I'm gonna go and not speak anymore. So yeah, enjoy. Cheers.
Right. They've got a very far back pit stall, but that's fine. Although it's actually a bit unpractical for pit stop because I can't adjust much when I'm heading in. But because I'm usually adjusting my pit stop anyway ahead of time, and this track actually has a straightaway where you can just do that easily, there shouldn't be too many issues. I lowered the car slightly to the ground. That should actually increase my straight line speed slightly. Oh yeah, this car has way more grip all of a sudden for this corner. At least on low tire pressures, it works way better. I stiffened the rear softened the rear anti-roll bar by one click and gave it a bit more camber and took 1 millimeter out of the rear right head. And the car's significantly more planted all of a sudden. Like there's no need to actually run higher TC really. Than 3, which is like very low even for me. Again, I got the recommendation I think to around 5 or 6. I know it was something with 6, but I'm not sure if it was 5 and 6 or 6 and 7. It was definitely a surprisingly high number. There's some missed apexes there.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Oh, that's not good when you collect that. Yep, I can full push this corner. Grip is there. You can see the car slightly understeering, but significantly preferable over what I had before. Yikes. Yikes, that is terrible, however. Oh, I lifted off too early. So like 57, that's not good. There's someone like me who's doing full few runs. How much was my mistake there? Like, oh, that was a full 10th it seems. It seems like I can only do 56s. Not much more. Behind also the slow of the two Boatleys right now. Not great. Oh, it can still oversteer. Very much showcased that just now.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
Yeah. When the curve starts there is the perfect breaking point. Alright then. I don't like the pace the car's displaying. This is not good. The lack of pace.
Green light,
Temperatures
go, go,
have
go.
slightly gone up, it seems. Track is optimum now. Gonna take the fuel off the car because of qualifying. Anything else I want to do? I feel like I have everything now. Oh, ignition. Yeah, not too happy about lap times though. That's not too great. I mean, I liked how the car handles. Besides that, it still wanted to murder me for the high-speed corner then on the next attempt. He does not want to pass me apparently. Let's get on with the show, I would say. Not hold him up too much. Because I have space ahead, so I can just go right now. Somehow we've achieved actually spreading out for once. Didn't believe I would see that in my lifetime. It would probably have been preferable to have him not directly behind me. Because I have a feeling he will probably run to my gearbox before the end of the flyer. Missed the apex there. Oh, come on! That was fucking nanometers. What bullshit was that? Come on, game. That was within bounds, by millimeters it didn't count. Tire pressures are all over the place. They just do not consistently get up to pressure.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Pressures them up at random. What's the temperature right now that we're struggling so much to get temps into the tires? Same basically, the track is actually warmer than it was in practice, but the tires are not coming up to pressure. Yes, we're carrying about 90 liters less fuel, but that shouldn't make like that much of a difference. Considering they also have 2 degrees more track temp, so... Yeah, 52, 56, 4, at least something. Ah! Last time around I had a better turn 1. Power slide out of there is pretty neato. If you can hook it up to this. And then I botched this corner. So what's gonna be? What's it gonna be? 55.6? Not bad at all. Yeah, the track limits here are fucking bullshit. They're very aggressive for turn 1. I mean, the track is already optimum, so it's not like it's gonna get much faster throughout the session. Oh, the drivers will be. Besides turn 1, I feel like there might be not that much time in there. Lots of actually getting slipstream on the Mistral, which definitely could help. Yeah, and getting actually correct tire pressures, because they are fucked. It is not right at all. Go wide there. Have to remember that. Not as good as last time. Not that it matters, but not on a hot lap. Should probably leave some space, but on the other hand, the closer I get, the more likely I'm getting a slipstream down the straight. So I prefer to get. And he's not like that much. Okay, he decides to bail anyway. I'm gonna try another time.
There's a slow car up ahead.
I've shifted too late there. How much cut I can do there. Didn't go to risk when I should have probably gone it. Not much to lose.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, potentially lose, but like I think I can get that later. But that was a terrible line. Yep, all the time is gone again. At least we get more practice with this corner here. Okay, that's too wide. How much time is left in the session? We've just dipped onto the 20-minute mark. Could probably come in, put a fresh set on, but gonna go one last time. And we're gonna come in to put a fresh set on.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Losing time in sector 3.
That's all fine and good. Not gonna learn then how much. Whoop! What?
Got some light damage on the front of the car. Box this lab, we have to repair the car.
Jesus! What the hell is that of a bump there? I mean, my lab was already gone at least, so it's not like I lost much. But like, Jesus! Like, I did not expect to have the sudden bump to fuck me up. So those adjustments might help. However, we've been demoted already down to P15, so it's like we do have to put in some work. 1.3 seconds right now of pole position. Definitely need to put in some work to get back to like the 1 second mark where we usually end up. Which probably means we're gonna go. Anyone coming? Yeah, it is someone. But they were quite a bit back behind. I have a feeling we might also have the curse now again. Which could mean we won't be able to improve. Let's actually try some ACC driving. fast.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
It's not the best line there. Wow, that there, it ate a lot of power away. That was too much cuts. We're throwing ourselves anyway out of the outside as well. Oh, fucking hell, we're completely all over the place. Let's let him by. Let's let him as well by. Definitely, I would say pick up a slipstream from him. Not really. Whoa, 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 what the fuck was that? Radeon just completely jumped the shark there under the brakes.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
Yeah, there's too much engine kind of off that corner specifically. Ah, missed the apex there again. And went too wide again. Ah, turn 1 is my fucking bane of my existence already. And then I slip slide here for these corners. Yes, there's so much more slip on the car due to the TC, but that can't be his. Pushes so much over the front axle all of a sudden. And the tire pressure still like all over the fucking place instead of like actually working. And it seems like I'm succumbing to the curse again in terms of just not being able to improve at all my lap time. Because I get repeatedly fucked by track limits. Oh god, oversteer there. That killed all the momentum I had. Fuck. Come on. Okay, you can take a lot of curb there. Oh. Come on.
Clear on the right.
I can't.
Cut detected.
I wasn't even trying at that point anymore, and you were still slower. I'm awfully slow. Like, how are you? I mean, you were completely offline and multiple corners ahead of that. How the fuck are you, like, only 7 positions away from me? Well, I have, like, fucking 17 to the front. Like, before I even had, like, a chance to back out of it, he decided to, like, stop, basically, in the middle of the track. Because I was about to, like, just abandon my lap. So I wasn't even charging really into that corner anymore. It's just, he was so unbelievably slow. It became impossible to avoid him. Stay on the road, okay, good. That one we did. Oh fuck, fuck, too deep, fuck! Ah! Come on! Get for one corner and then get the fucking next one coxed up. Come on, I need a fucking decent lap again, okay? I'm massively off the pace right now. I need good laps, and like, what do I get? Like fucking garbage still. Okay. One more attempt on this set. God damn it. Can I just have a fucking break at times? That gave me a slow spin nearly. I can definitely see why you would use 6 TC. But I'm pretty sure there are definitely circuits where if you rely on the TC, this TC setting would lead to you just overslowing way too much because there's just too much cut once you hit it. Just listen to it, it just cuts basically all your power that way. And you lose any form of acceleration that way. Kind of like defeats, you know, the fines.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
That could have been done actually better than that even. So this is my smooth run for that. Oh, still didn't make the apex. Coxed up this section now. Hit a lot of TC. And all the time is gone. Nah, we're not gonna attempt this. They have 310s into the first corners. We gonna get those 310s. It's irrelevant of the rest of the lap. The rest of the lap is pretty solid. I just need the fucking beginning to go right. Okay, well, I'll give more here. Drive, just give me the fucking lap already. This is very frustrating to deal with right now again. Qualifying, 6 minutes remaining right now. means the outlap. And actually 3 flyers. I should have enough time to start the last one. Yeah. Actually still an overshoot. I should overshoot the exit of the second part of that chicane complex. You know, sometimes you're reminded, like, because a lot of these corners are actually still very original on the circuit, despite it being such an ugly mess that. But yeah, a lot of these corners are actually old. Of the track layout, this is relatively old. So you can like say that Tilke was inspired by this like absolutely annoying tight section in the beginning of the lap to design a lot of his circuits with such a tight section in the beginning of the lap. Yeah, like there's just not enough difference to justify the additional TC, at least on this circuit. Stay in fifth, stay in fifth, stay in fifth, stay in fifth. Not the best angle there. Ah, I lost a lot of momentum over the curb there. Yep, that's not a good run there. I don't have many attempts. Come on, car. Let me have my good attempt. Ah, that was millimeters. Again. Track limits, but you have to gamble with them, otherwise you're not getting anywhere. You have to play fast and loose with them. Push them way further than possible. We're down to P18 now, come on. This is like my worst qualifying right now. By miles. Come on, I can do better. I've not been able to improve on my fast lap for like the last 20 minutes. I want a break. So easy to lose like 2/10 of the final corner there. Just taking it millimeter different. Oh no, no, no. Fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck! Oh, come on, give me a fucking break already. With your stupid track limits on turn 1. They're so unfair. It's just... They're just so hyper... I lost all of the time there. I think I should actually use TC6. I think there is a gain to it. It's like micro slides to stop those. Maybe, hopefully. Well, a bit of time pressure to actually get to the line. we should have enough time. I'm very consistent, it's just I'm consistently not fast enough. And consistently invalidate also my laps. And it also asks me to like actually put the rest of the lap together. Not just the first corner, right?
Yellow flag, be careful there.
That's good, that's good. Although the run speed wasn't good. 4/10 lost. No! Fuck! Come on! Why? The fuck are these track limits so brutal? It's like, how the fuck am I else supposed to get 1.6 seconds? Besides abusing them to like the nth degree. Like, come the fuck on. It's just so BS. I mean, I'm still the fastest Bentley, at least. That's still, like, come on. I could have done way better than this. Fuck off. It's like I got cursed again, like. When did I set my fastest time? I set my fastest time on lap 3. Actually, I invalidated every single lap besides my fastest lap. I just realized. Every single one. I invalidated. Except my fastest. Fucking track limits. Like, they can just get shot. They're so complete bullshit on this track. Just utter invention. Right. Gonna need it. Gonna definitely need some luck. After fucking getting screwed over by track limits repeat after repeat after repeat. Any rain or something coming up? No, it doesn't seem like it, at least for the first 30 minutes. I'm gonna continue with my usual strategy. Maybe I can get it worked this time around. I mean, I'm used to getting screwed over in this series, but I would have liked to, like... I mean, the lap was decent when I first said it, but, like... There was time in there, clearly, I know. It's just, it didn't want to come at all for the rest of the session. I find myself way far down the grid. I mean, boat isn't particularly good, I think, at this circuit, but still, there should be some. I should be able to do better than this. Let's see what we can do at the start. Staying out of trouble will be important in this one. Aero damage can matter quite a lot. Issue for me is I've been struggling with staying out of trouble as well, so... yeah. That's that unusual strategy, full fuel tank.
Single file.
Right. What is there to say? I remember some M4s. The run who I had behind me for the beginning of the qualifying session, and like, why did you nearly stall out there, car? I'm at full power and you nearly stall out there, despite having the TC off. For acceleration purpose. I wanted to do a burnout off the grid, but, well, compared to my Maserati, this thing doesn't seem to be willing to do that. That car is very willing to do these. Although on this track I don't think my gains through my pit strategy are particularly that good. It's relatively easy to pass compared to other circuits, so it's not really worth... somebody's spinning there. So you don't gain too much from... oh hey, hello there. So you don't gain too much from just not pitting for tires. You don't take the tires, there's not too much gain. Drive. So there's like 5 people in that building. I don't know. The parking lot over there. An assortment of different cars. A very low poly. Probably they look better if you get a bit closer to them. But in VR some things get very oddly low polyed. Guardrails at Misano especially look like absolute garbage then. I don't know why there's this shorter layout where you skip the short shoot here.
Go in double file.
We get relatively early to double file. Actually not that early. Come to think of it, we don't get that early. This is like the last straight bit here before the end of the lap. Right, ABS down. Brake bias moved. Back forward. Probably also a decent idea for the start is actually setting the TC a bit lower. To allow myself some wheel spin. and not just have the engine colored immediately.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Somebody gone. Oh god, there's a lot of cars. I'm seeing on the radar a lot of fucking cars there. To my left.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Can't get rid of that guy.
Clear on the left.
Not happy about that.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
There are two gone. Yawning.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Not too far back. He didn't get held up as much as I thought he would. I have to think about the MUQU a bit behind. He also will get pretty good slipstream now. And the thing is actually fast in a straight line, so... he's not closing too much up. How much damage do we take? Less than a half a second. It's acceptable, I would say. I'm not setting up my corner right now correctly. Ooh, that got dicey between these two. The other Bentley has actually caught up to me. He's passed a lot of guys then. Oh, they're lagging again! For fuck's sakes! The fucking rubber banding. Netcodes, it's so annoying when that happens. No, we're not doing this bullshit. You're not getting by me that easily. Nope, no, car. We're not getting oversteer randomly here either. I don't know where the fuck he came from with his base. To blitz up the field that much. He's significantly closer to me than I'm to the Aston in front now. Although he doesn't seem to be gaining much on me, well, I feel like I'm actually gaining on the Aston in front. Oh, that's a bit much cut on the inside. Game let it slide. Okay. Focus, keep touch with these guys in front if I want to go somewhere. Okay, someone else bolting in already. Getting their first stops out of the way. Too deep. Oh, that's a bit wide. Should still be in track limits. The boat behind me is gaining a bit, but I'm actually gaining on the beamer in front. We had roughly a similar slipstream to each other.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
Yeah, I saw him also like on the last second. Like, where the fuck did he come from? Like, perhaps I only saw him so late because the other guy also didn't respond in time at all. Made this very interesting.
Well done, mate. That's the best.
He must be a low fuel runner because this just got away with that in Nürburgring due to the rain, but here it doesn't like suddenly decide to rain. I will have my advantage. I have to actually P11, but there are at least 2 people who have already pitted. One pit cycle already out. Closes up so much in this high-speed corner on me. I don't know where he gets the grip for that. Hello, car, would you kindly bite? Because that's the outcome that I would get if I charged about as hard as he did into that high-speeder. And that long right-hander. My car would just not bite. And we just four-wheel slide. Oh, I see. And it mainly made a sound rather than actually giving me contact. Well, closing in even on the beamer in front. It's a bit of a cut. Oh, we should have been slow enough to not get anything. Like, why do I have to fight him again? It's like, I thought he was so long in Nürburgring, wasn't that enough for you? Wasn't that like really enough? I'd like to run my race in peace from the other boat. Oh, fuck off! The more you poke, the more I'll defend. It's pretty simple. Let me get my rhythm back, and maybe I can go slightly faster here. So we're losing ground on the beam in front. He's not going that fast. He just has some corners where he has so much more pace than me, while others I just have the mechanics down and he just doesn't have a chance. Well, it's a bit much, but it should be fine. It's starting to get a bit intimidating on these straights. Finally got actually a run for this corner. It's not good for my rear tires, and I have to hold actually on to the race. I think there's somebody in the pits again. I don't know how much fuel I'm lobbing around. I'm doing pretty fine. How much fuel does it predict? I need about 12 liters to get to the end. Okay. good.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
He was a bit cautious there not to take me out. He's been driving a bit behind me and calculated with me driving a bit of a straight line. Not giving particularly an inch to him. That beam was struggling in the corners. Starting to get really close. Yeah, he is very close this time around. Starting to maybe pick up some slipstream from the car in front. That would be neat. He's too close to gamble the inside line here for him.
Car on the left.
Oh fuck! There's light contact there. Where the fuck did that Aston suddenly come from?
All clear. Clear on the left.
Holy shit, where the fuck did the Aston come from? That wasn't his fault, that contact. That was mine. I don't even know. I think it's an idle. It's the answer. I guess that must have been one of the fast running.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
The front runners that had dropped back. So now making it charge back that Aston. And he nearly just snatched 2 positions, but unfortunately for him didn't end up gaining either of them. Too much boat in the way. I'll stay with this line here now. Yes, this. Why is he trying on the outside stuff? I guess on the inside you would just get your nose chopped off. Fair enough. When he's under pressure behind, I can perhaps finally go after the beamer. It could actually be my first genuine overtake for position. I think so far I've only made up positions for people dying in front of me. The TC doesn't seem to cancel those slides out particularly too well. It's trying, but it's not succeeding too much. And he has to defend very hard against the Aston right now, but I don't think he's gonna hold on one more straight. It's not yet time for the Aston. Nope, he actually held on so far. I'm amazed a bit. Bentley shouldn't be that fast in a straight line, but it seems both of our cars are pretty damn good in a straight line. So much time there in the last two corners. Oh, there's somebody coming out.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Stay there. Well, idea. I want to get as close as possible to the beamer so I can pass him as soon as possible. This lap's beginning has not been that good. Dropped some time there. So I'm still about a second behind. Heading on to the Mistral. And the Bentley has 2 slipstreams now. Which, you know, could be good for me because he holds the other Aston longer up. Also means this backmarker Aston is now... Yeah, he's... An Aston should be quite fast. As this guy is demonstrating right there. That guy seems to be actually halfway quick. But he's already a lap down. Obviously one of his services. Could it be that he maybe had to service stop go, I feel like? Else I can't really explain him being... I'm gonna have to hold on, I would say, for another lap. Okay, that's not good. But fast. Oh, we just about escaped getting hit with a warning. Just lost enough time. But again, the beamer has picked up the pace in front of me. Meaning he's now pulling away instead of losing to me. Bit frustrating. So I was gaining on him before, and all of a sudden I get under a second, and he's like, "Okay, I need to actually do something." Right. Just pass already.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I obviously expect of you to actually go fast. If you hold me up, then there's gonna be no mercy, because I just dropped due to letting you back into the clutches of the Bentley. got a slide there. Slipstream is gonna come my way. Should be just about enough to keep me alive. One draft. I don't know what the beamer wanted to do, to get out of the way of the lapped car or something. Because he's gonna stay behind on the next corner. Oh fuck, that's an overshoot.
Car on the left. Way on the left.
Right in my gearbox right now. Oh, I got a wiggle. I lost a lot of time there, but it's like, yeah, that should be slow enough. Still lost the ground to the car in front quite severely. Yeah, that beamer suddenly kicked into second phase and just went. Can't just bleed this ground. Yeah, we did gain, but not much. What's this? Oh fuck, again! It seems the guy behind me also struggled with turn one. I know we pit actually. It's a good question. I mean, I can pit whenever I want to. Basically, I have to pit before the end at some point. Okay, this is not good news. The Aston has gotten by. And my car's now drifting again. Oh, the Bentley has gotten back by. None of us are particularly interested in losing our positions here, it seems. And everyone is really like, oh yeah, I should just undercut everyone. Because that's totally in the possibilities, they could just undercut. Especially if you plan to go at fresh tires anyway. You should just do that at this point. We're about a bit away from halfway point. So I would say the perfect time to do that. But it's a bit much cut. Apparently okay. No one. If I get away with it, then I get away with it. That's all that matters. Still this pace of solid low 56s. I mean, sure, it's not fast enough to be in the front here, but like, I like it. Ooh, the Bentley and the Aston are really slugging it out at each other. Oh fuck, not again. This Beamer is gonna be annoying if he's on the same strat as me. Just right now, still starting the feeling of a lot of people around me doing no tire change, which is interesting. Making actually ground up on dual gun in front. Also, we have cycled on pit cycle now up to P7 even. That's something. He's back in again? Well, that was a short stint from him. I don't know if that's even worth it, really. I mean, he wasn't even running in the back of someone at this point. He had clear air, so it wasn't like he had to pit already. And it's not like we were closing back down him either. He was just there, sort of, slightly faster than us though. But we are making actually ground up on the Lambo in front. Weather was predicted still for the next 30 minutes dry. There's 58 minutes remaining in this race. We need to probably start considering coming in for pit stops at some point. Seville and Dixon are now in. Which tells you.
Gaining on the driver ahead in sector 3.
Turn bodywork off, turn change tires off.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Yeah, actually, now it's the halfway point. See the first people do their tire stops. Yeah, the Bentley behind me actually has done his stop. Has come in, so I should probably answer just in case. 9 liters for fuel. I nailed this.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Come on, go, go, go.
One of the mandatory stops. Back down a fair amount of positions.
There's a slow car up ahead. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh fuck. What the fuck? Great.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Need to get my car back under control after that. That's probably cost me a few positions. Although honestly, I have not ended up actually where. It's honestly not really a point in fighting him. It's a bit unnecessary for me to defend against them.
There's a car leaving the pit lane. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean the warning could have come a bit earlier, thanks. Because I was basically already in this
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
guy's doorway already at that
There's a
point.
slow car ahead.
Impressive actually losing the position to Lichten, so I think it's just bolt at this point. This guy isn't particularly fast either. This guy's very slow now.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Well, I have a feeling everybody basically put fresh tires on. Besides me. That still means they have an advantage here. Yeah, Lichten is past them. Oh, the guy's only dropped off. I guess he might have pitted after his impact. Maybe he did. Oh, and what could be is that he did a early like fuel only stop and was off cycle, and therefore actually with all tires as well, has now taken his tires finally. Makes it quite pointless, honestly, how he fought me then. Because, well, if he anyway wanted to pit, he should have just done it then. He would have to imagine that I am on fresh tires then. Lichten is coming down on me pretty fast. Another car coming out. Oh, I got a slight log. Oh god, that's one of the worst of turn ones I've done in a while. Like everything that can go wrong, what about went wrong there? Honestly, thinking about it, I should have probably taken a bit more fuel just to avoid as much fuel to take as possible. And I don't think I have a chance. Somehow he has a Porsche that actually has straight line speeds, you know. I don't know how you do that. Actually didn't even take damage from the impact.
Clear on the right.
I mean, I still had a spin in here, so my strategy was again not perfectly executed, I could argue. Christ, I feel like it's definitely better than before. However, we are gonna be handed backwards for a bit. That's for sure. Anyone on fresh tires has quite the advantage. Oh fuck, that's way too wide. Yep. I'll take the L on that one. I'm not good behind me has pitted already. I mean, Duran is 7 seconds behind, which we definitely know he is on fresh tires. He was about 9 seconds about ahead of me. Yeah, I mean, I had a spin ride. He was 9 seconds ahead of me, he's now 7 seconds behind me, and then I had a spin. That should add up to about 25 seconds, and I had my own 5 second standing time, so that adds up. That's fresh tires. How much fuel do I need for the final stop? Oh, it's about 3 liters. Doesn't balance just about. Much cut. Oh, come on. Now it's the track limit arc. That's not good. I've gone so well for most of the race, and now they're starting to come back. Those pesky fucking track limits. definitely a bit more pace in it. The run is by already by Sherlock, so
There's a titled car in front in sector 2.
yeah, I'm not expecting to close in on Lichten, please. It was actually within track limits, but I just don't want to go gambling right now anymore. Ambo's closing in now. Come to P6 again due to further pit cycles. Come on.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh, he must be there, considering it's still there. Duran is closing in. I don't think I have much to offer up against him. He's not quite as quick as Lichten, but
Slow car ahead.
still. .55 from Lichten, Jesus. What's Duran putting in? 56 flat. Not much slower. Well, I'm much slower than that, but look. Get a bit of a bounce there. Like that. How was the Boatley? I would say surprisingly working well. I mean, I'm getting run down here right now because they are on fresh tires. I'm not, because I'm not changing tires. That allows me to actually do way better than I'm supposed to do. Although we're still on pit cycle, which means it's not 100% where I'm gonna end up. I think like P8, P9 is probably where I'm gonna be at the end of the pits. Once the dust settles. Oh yeah, the car's actually handling. It's a 75-minute race with 2 mandatory fuel stops within a 65-minute pit window, so you can't pit the last 5 minutes in the first 5 minutes. You have to pit in the middle, to some extent. But you're basically still free to pit whenever. I've done the first pit stop, most people have as well, but there's a few people who have done the second already. That's what gives us P6, I think. A few people missing on the front. So that's their final stop. But yeah, I'm not changing tires throughout the race because it's not mandatory, but I think the main strategy most people are going for is change the tires once and then take a slight splash of fuel. While I take full fuel at the beginning and then take 2 small splashes of fuel to get to the end. Unfortunately, with how my fortunes have been this season, I've not been able to really take advantage of this strategy. It seems to be today that I can finally take advantage of, despite coming from P18 in qualifying. It's just the pace has been just so averagely average that I've been able to for the most part to keep my nose out of trouble. Yeah, that's the only issue really the setup has. Occasionally it wants to fucking murder you in that corner. I don't know. It just does it. I should probably pit now because I just saw the guy that was running me down behind call into the pits. So I think it's a good choice to try to cover him off. Maybe I can keep this position even though he's faster by like a second nearly per lap. I mean, the first stint I was also able to do 56 as low, but now in the second stint, yeah, the tire is like a bit old. Long in the tooth. Right. No tire change. Fuel only. Yeah, predicts that this is enough. I like your commitment a lot. Oh man, I planned actually to drive in Trackalicious last weekend, but we had basically not done any prep work, my team. Well, it's not my team, the team I drove for. I'd done 0 prep work. It's like practice session was live and I was like, well, are we actually doing this? Because we have no setup, we have nothing. And the team manager was like, oh, yeah, we're good doing this stuff. He was racing, but he then got like after, I think it was just over 1.5 or 2 hours, he got the car disqualified because he didn't serve a drive-through penalty. So that was a bit unfortunate, you could say. So slow entry there for me.
Let's go, 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 go.
There's Copeland behind me with a drive-through penalty. He still owes us a pit stop. So I had him fighting in the first stint behind me, but he still owes us a full pit stop and is serving with me a drive-through penalty. Okay, Montero is by us. I think there's a few people who still owe a last pit stop. But this is basically where we are right now. So yeah, I didn't in the end I didn't practice at all the Porsche around Donington, and I didn't end up even needing to practice it because, well, Carl got DQ'd. He got into like half a dozen smashes. What are your thoughts on the Lambo? Which one? Is this a question about a real life, the real life hypercar? Because I think Lamborghini has also one. But in terms of everything else, in terms of the Lamborghini GT3, yeah, I have said I didn't turn a practice lap yet of the car. I've driven the Porsche before, and the guy that drove the car is a Porsche veteran. Personally, for me, the main thing that matters with the Porsche, you need a good setup, and that's the only thing that matters. If you have a shit setup with the Porsche, you're just fucked. Else the Porsche is pretty durable. But yeah. GT3 Evo. I've not driven it much. I've raced it once, the Evo variant, and there I had messed up the brake duct blanking and cooked the brake disc, so that wasn't particularly representative at that point. And I picked it over like the Audi because it does have some inherent bit more stability than the Audi, but when I raced it then it also showed the same handling issues that the Audi had, so it just was like, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not on my list of like cars I would immediately start picking for races. There's definitely better picks. Yeah, I should have pitted earlier so I could stay in front of Montero, because now I'm just versus Duran and I don't think I can hold them off. It's a Lambo versus a boat. Him on significantly fresher tires. I could have used more runoff there. I can defend as much as I want to. Lexus. I haven't driven it much either. MUQU I've driven a few times, it's a very solid car. Like, you can basically never go wrong with the McLaren. Oh, there's two cars in the pits right now. What did I say about P8? Although we're probably gonna lose it soon. But now. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with the 720S. It's a very solid car. It can slide it a bit. Really easy to work with. Number is insane out of the corner. I mean, that's my fault of the Porsche. Like, you can just absolutely murderize people out of corners. Okay, he's coming there. You're not gonna go for a move there, are you?
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Got some light damage on the front.
Oh, that's awkward. Got unsettled there again under the brakes, and that's just not much he can do at that point about it. Fortunately for me, he lost a lot of time doing that, so, you know. But it definitely demonstrates with, like... Honestly, I wasn't thinking too much wrong. He was looking, but he was more threatening than actually trying to pass me there. The main thing that went wrong is that I was significantly slower than he was expecting. Or that he could even expect. And he has his work cut out. There's 6 minutes on the clock remaining, so... Gonna be a bit of an ask to get back to me. You know, that works also for me. And the advantage with this collision versus one early in the race, I'm pretty sure that is not on me. That's a minimum, because I'm the car in front. And he just... I didn't feel bad, but slightly bad, but like, at the end of the day with the rulebook, how it is always, you're at fault if you're the car behind. So irrelevant if it's twisted, it's basically a racing incident. The Lambo has a turbo. I'm pretty sure it has one. The Lambo has the same V10, I think twin turbo power plant as the Audi. With the V10 twin turbo. The Porsche has a naturally aspirated engine, that's for sure. He has a flat 6 naturally aspirated. However, that doesn't mean it doesn't... that the Audi doesn't have more torque. Pretty sure the Lambo has a turbocharger. Oh, I'm not taking guarantees. It could be a naturally aspirated V10. V12. I'm not quite sure what the engine in an Audi R8 is. As I said, it's the same engine as the Audi R8. They both share the same engine. I'm pretty sure they have a turbo on there. But the Porsche is definitely naturally aspirated, 100%. However, with more on turbocharger, it doesn't really matter too much, the turbo lag. You don't really experience that much. Maybe the boat is like one of the cars that actually matters with. Pretty sure it has a turbocharger on it. But I'm not 100% sure.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
It has no turbo, okay. I thought they had also. Guess not. No, the MUQU has a turbocharger on its V8. And so has the Aston on its V6 engine, which is also a Mercedes engine. Oh wait, the Aston is not a V6, the Aston is also a V8. I think also the same power plant again. Because Mercedes is also in the road car division, the engine supplier of Aston, and has been for a while. Yep. I knew that one. It's very well known that the 911 is a flat 6 naturally aspirated. However, it revs more higher to produce its power, so it probably has less torque. But Porsche engines are relatively well known for good torque. The thing is with the Porsche is that the weight on the rear axle is what really matters with it. Because that means that you can just slam the throttle way earlier than on other cars. I think it took longer to type it out than the front left to actually get back up to pressure. Because of the 27.5 clearly. The tire pressures have been fucked, I can tell you. Honestly, I've set them up really well considering how absolutely inconsistent and all over the place they've been. Like, I've qualified with like some tires at like 26.8, some tires at 27.8. It's like it was all over the place, and 2 laps later the tires were like swapped in terms of the pressures. It was nuts. It did not make any sense whatsoever. Tire pressures. A lot of lag. I mean, there is always the 30-second delay. I don't think it's quite 30 seconds, but like, I don't use low latency mode, so it's... I don't add any artificial latency, but I just use normal latency. So there's just not that quick of like, the stream is not that quick. But if your device is also struggling to just play back the stream, then there will be additional delay because you're probably a few seconds behind. Because I do have DVL enabled, which means you can just scroll back and see anything that happens. I really like that they rolled out clips for every channel. It's kind of annoying when it was just like for a few channels. Duran has actually dropped the position. Maybe he's running very slow. I think like he's out of fuel. Probably because Banks is now past him. He had closed up to like 2 seconds behind me. Again. And then suddenly just started, yeah, he's falling off the cliff completely. He's out of fuel. He short fueled the car. Oh, for Christ's sake, people. Alright, we have one more lap. Yeah, the leader had started his final lap when I was over here. So... there was an extra lap that was immediately clear. Yeah, the leader just finishes the race as I'm going onto the Mistral, so I guess you maybe didn't hear the radio call when the leader crossed the line. It's actually gonna be interesting who won, I don't know. I mean, you actually know it as compared to me. Who won the race. Yeah, I mean, right now the tire pressures are down to like 27, 27.2 on the fronts. And a few corners later it's gonna be completely all up to pressure. I've not seen something this bad since driving the Porsche. The Porsche does that also on some tracks completely. Like just yo-yo all over the place. With the tire pressures. Right. I mean, I took sufficient fuel. I actually have enough fuel for another lap even. Alright. Okay then.
Alright, checkered flag. Good job. You did the best you could. Now bring the car back.
Boom! Finally! A decent race, I would say. Started P18, not the best qualifying. But the strategy worked. Granted, I should have probably ended up P9, but I mean, if you had underfueled anyway, so you would have lost the position anyway, one way or the other. You could definitely say ironic. Best time on Spa? I think an 18 low or something. Set in some qualifying session. Right, there's Banks. That guy is a legend for driving the Nissan and being like about as fast as I am with that car. He had out-qualified, I think, me even. It's just, no, I think he hadn't actually out-qualified me. Or something. Anyways, he was, I was fighting with him the past few races. He was, actually in Nürburgring he was faster than me by quite a bit. 17.7, like, I'm not fast on the I'm not fast, I'm just scary consistent. I know my strats. I know where to place my car and which battles to enter usually. Makes me scary over a race distance. That's how I can sneak up from like P18 to P8 without many issues. A solid race. Yeah, Duran is DNF actually. He is classified P16, but didn't actually cross start finish. So that's, I'd say, a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, if he's that fast with the Nissan, he's... Usually I don't make mistakes. I mean, the last few weeks has been like quite bad races. Ever since I won in Sanford, it's been like a streak of just shit race after shit race after shit race. I would say finishing P8 shouldn't be that much of an achievement, but well, it's something, I would say. Still maintaining the fastest boat, although just about, you could say. Seville won in the end of the race. Dixon finished P3. Those are the two that I actually like. P1 and P3 are actually the ones I'm fighting in the 2.4 hour GT4 series for the championship. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat those. They're just too alien. This is the kind of like, I mean, I can fight for like podiums and race wins in that series. Besides that, the aliens are way too fast for me to actually beat them in a head-to-head fight. But like, most of the other people are like way ahead between me and them in GT3 cars. They just don't drive GT4s, which is why I can like fight them. Yeah, I mean, I'm committed to a few championships right now. I've actually jumped out of the SRXP championship. Not gonna do the Tuesday races anymore. I'm doing Wednesday, every other Wednesday I'm racing with SOP, which is doing my Maserati in GT4 in a multi-class series. Which, that's cracked cocaine, people. Like, Jesus Christ. We were like, I think we were 20 or so guys in GT4, and we were all spread over second in qualifying around Misano. And I was like second to last. That wasn't particularly a fun experience. The race was okay-ish, but there's that. Alright. I mean, I'm having this weekend an actually enduro. Gonna do LCI. Bathurst, 12 hours. Yay! Bathurst 12 hours with a Porsche. Should probably do some practice for it, but nah. I'm gonna call it a night. I actually need some sleep at some point. I'm not feeling too tired, but like, Christ, I'm gonna need it at some point to sleep. And I don't pull another all-nighter. That's just... yeah, thanks. Well then. Throw the gloves. I have to say, this game in my room is quite cold despite every year. I mean, I'm not heating really at all. It's interesting. Right. Okay then. I will say then, good night. Bye bye.